An LSU team which has won 5 out of 7, but they've lost back-to-back games in conference, and they get it inside to Hunter Dean. And fourth best scoring team in college basketball. They love to run, and they get an easy transition bucket for Muhammad Diaby. Mike Williams, a third freshman with a pull-up midi. He's got 8. He had 2 threes early on. Conference against North Texas. Another mid-range, and another one goes. This is Jordan Wright, their leading scorer, gives them 16 again.
Home team.
Here's Hannibal with the drive, and he's able to draw the foul, and that will be the second on second tour through the SEC. PNF, how about Duke? 2 free throws with a...
Always impacting the ball with their ball screen defense. That defense is as good as we've seen in college ball in the last 10, 12 years.
Huge 3 from
a power forward.
He grew up just down the street from the Dean-Dome, seemed destined to be wearing Carolina blue, but that changed when he reclassified. Derek Fountain on that blue-collar effort. It's left a little to be desired this season with one of the nation's top offenses, and they get Baker.
Watching it first time, I did not see the foul on Baker. If anything, I thought Nelson was...
Started his college career at North Dakota, and somebody woke up and said...
Maybe kicking his leg out. Tough call, but right...
Bama looking for transition. A 3-ball. Good!
Tom, that is the problem when you take a bad shot. It ignites their 3-ball in the half-court offense.
5th in the country with 11 makes from deep a game.
Jalen went to the pros. They're out impacting that ball screen now, and I like it a lot better. Yeah, I'm telling you, he can get hot.
Last year. After the tip, chance for Bama to push, and a mid-court foul by Williams.
To my
here. Shots. Here's Dean down the lane. And a whistle and a blocking foul against Alabama. Well, he's from Mandeville, Louisiana. Only back to play for his whole best in the SEC at it. Good cut. And nobody there to protect the rim on the finish for Mark Sears. Purdue earlier this year. And a drive and a finish, and one coming for Jordan.
With the 3, and you can't guard the glass.
Hannibal got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. That's hit. Came to Bama.
Tom, in college basketball, you have to have a great mixture of... You want your point guard at this level. He can't be a former right fielder in Little League. and that's not who Sears was. This kid is a fierce out of the paint. The vulgar chants directed towards Ed Cooley were disgusting. And
not having the same luck tonight. Nobody stops ball. Into the corner. 3-ball good. Bama back in front. 11 makes so far have come from distance. Wright lost it on the way in, but it stays with LSU. A 6-second rebound. It's Estrada. And he got run over. And the foul will be charged to Tyrell Ward.
You know what else?
Did you go to a basketball game on your wedding night?
That is roll tide roll at a magic level.
Well, they know better than to get married on a fall Saturday. Hannibal with the finish. Man with Frank Martin's program at South Carolina to start his career. Nelson powers his way in and takes it off the window.
If attacked in this league is how you have to play.
On their feet here in Tuscaloosa, this old building, 51st meeting between Alabama and LSU. They first met in 1916, and a foul on the drive will be charged.
Deep, it's good, it's great
among power. Shot clock at 5. Hannibal with a skip and a bump, and he'll go to the line, and they're going to get Nelson for his first.
Tom is a
one. He could. They've been on fire. He finds Estrada. And it's taken away. Hannibal leading a 3-on-2. Wilkinson going to the free throw line.
A terrific job by LSU to pull.
And Nate Oates just got teed up.
Sure
he was working Owen short for the last couple of minutes, going back to the foul that was whistled against Nelson.
Yeah, both coaches, the intensity in SEC play, you know what it's going to be on a Saturday night. And Nate Oates.
Foul on the last possession is
going to have to be careful because
shooting 2. It's off the bench. I don't know that Nate's been on the bench.
I agree with Way from being 5-1 in SEC play.
Only loss at home came back in December to a red-hot Clemson team at the time. Wrightsell has 4 threes in the first half. Hannibal, all gas, takes it all the way to the window.
When you're playing Alabama, find a guy, talk it out later.
At least it slows him down, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wilkinson tried to fly by, but instead it's a game.
The knuckle hut scouting, but I can tell you this, that big air, I was in the same sight line.
Well, tipped away by Wilkinson. Alabama regathers. Whoa, what a step through! Yeah. Sears able to finish. Now 5. He's going down. Chance to run for Bama. Estrada. Off the window it is.
I call a timeout. You like Sears finishing off this possession?
Yeah. And he's got Stevenson if he wants to share it. Here's Stevenson to Nelson. Ella discombobulated, 4 on the clock. Sears gathering a lot of attention, somehow got free. And a lot of action, but no finish on that one. Here's a goaltending we talked about earlier. This is the angle that the officials finally settled on. It was coming off the rim to Fountain.
You can see, yeah. Well, Fountain waited for the ball to bounce off the rim. The ball was coming away from the basket, had no chance of going in. Proper call, and that angle was exactly why they made that score 50-44.
By the way, for this LSU team, 1 possession, 1 bucket has been the difference between wins and losses in each of their last 2 games. Had 2 chances to win it against A&M a week ago at home and couldn't knock down threes. Had a 3 go in and out at the buzzer against Georgia midweek. Both missed opportunities.
LSU has held Alabama at only 7 offensive rebounds. They've been punked on the glass. LSU the last couple of games has really cost them. They've tightened up their rim defense and glass defense so far in this one. This game, he said, we are at our best when we're running and getting up and down the floor offensively. And his team has held up. They've had a low turnover ratio. They're taking pretty good shots.
Oh, what about a ceiling fan? Estrada with the finish.
Now, there's no back down from Estrada, Sears, Wrightsell. Those guys got a lot of dog in them, and that normally shows up when you can win your one-on-one battle more than you lose it.
LSU started this game going into the paint. They're going right back at it again to start the second half.
You didn't do your job. And right now, he likes Griffin Gardner.
Here's Wrightsell. Started off red hot, has missed his last few. Estrada will take a turn. Why not?
Dagger threes, man. You see grown in terms of the aggressive play on both ends of the floor just in the last couple of weeks. Good cut.
And a great finish by Sears.
They set you up. They open the floor, Alabama does, so you're always suspect to being back cut.
Into Baker, a 7-footer, takes it off the window.
You like LSU going inside, don't you?
I think it's a strength for them, especially against this Alabama team. What happens if Alabama has to play with a 5-man? You said Nelson was a guy without a position. He's as versatile. What a move! Wow. Little match save for Estrada off the glass.
So he made 7 out of 10 rim shots, and he's awfully good, man. Wrong foot, wrong hand, tough finishes.
Here's Baker, 7-footer, can shoot from there, and he buries it. That was his
Dalton Connect last week, and that's all he cares about, his family cares about. And to your point about Lamont Paris, he's the leader right now in the SEC for Coach of the Year. Picked dead last, 17-3. His team's in the NCAA tournament as of right now.
Hannibal and Cook on the floor at the same time. Guard to guard, and the threes off the back of the rim. Both point guards out there right now. Bama transition triple. Got it! That's Latrell Wrightsell Jr. He's got 4th steal of the game for the Tigers, who's shooting 44% this half. Ward fouled on the 3. Second on Latrell Wrightsell Jr. He's hit 3 consecutive threes 3 times this season. Road Austin to take on Texas at 9 o'clock Eastern. Both games.
Know that the level of accountability that he's held to even existed. When he hands the ball to the trigger man, Alabama should have body-on-body contact.
Ooh, Baker got displaced on the block. And a jam on the opposite side.
What a sweet play by Matt McMahon to lift his offense.
Around with physical defense. Hannibal falling away. And Baker throws it to Estrada. Back out for a three. Got it. There's one way to stop the run. It's right. Ward downhill. Baker had his hands on it. Bama's got another run out. 2-on-1. Oh, he cocked it way back. Got rejected by Wright. And then the end one. A Player of the Year award winner. That's actually a regularity.
Estrada.
Top 5 transfer class. Top 10 freshman class for Nate Oates. Ward has it blocked. Diabate got a piece of that one. And now running the floor. The jam for Bama. Timeout, LSU. Bama on an 8-0 run. Ryland Griffin, and it's his 4th. This was going back to the bench.
Well, during the first few seconds of the timeout, Ryland Griffin goes right. But we've had some.
There is nothing at that.
At the rim, they're 10th in finishing those shots. Only 52% as a team on the rim shots right now in SEC play.
Bam. Griffin for 3.
Coaching from the 2nd through the 8th grade. And he's all of 6'6" right now, and looking like the next really good big guard to come out of Alabama.
He's already had some big moments. Remember that Houston game in the non-conference last year? Hit a big 3 late in that one. Established on the inbound, so it wasn't a backcourt violation. Here's Sears. Came to his first Alabama game back in 2015 when Kentucky came to town.
Hard to guard, hard to stay in front of.
In the MAC tournament team before coming to Tuscaloosa. He's got double figures. Let me know. They check in at number 57. Another one halfway home that doesn't go. Is their defense good enough to take them deep? Walters with the spin and the finish.
Tom, 3 weeks ago, I would have said no. But in the last game and this one, and talking to Nate Oates today, I think they're absolutely going to be good enough defensively to possibly win the SEC. If you do that, then you're built to go deep into March. But to your point about defense.
And then Sears answers a 3 with a 2.
That's a Pete Maravich drill right there from back in the day, watching the videotape.
Got to get that right or you'll change rows in the choir. Fountain for 3. He's got a dozen.
A lot of time left.
And a foul on the Sears drive. This is one and a bonus. Jimmy
that sealed the win.
It was worth missing every shoot around to be there for that.
At some points in those games. That's a big game tomorrow in that AAC.
I told AK we might be doing it. The first question he asked is if we have a dump button. Sears.
Do we? That's a great question.
We might have to invest in one. Williams with the
kind of give it back with some losses in the American against Auburn. And Ryland Griffin texted with Javon Quinterly and said, hey, how do I handle this coming off the bench thing? Because that's what Javon Quinterly did. He was the 6th man of the year, and that relationship is still in place. And Ryland Griffin.
Baker gets fouled. What a great way to know.
Is to avoid the noise that can be out there about not starting and be locked in.
Baker into double figures with his time MAC Coach of the Year, and he wasted no time taking over the SEC. Nice pass, and Nelson will go to the free throw line.
Been hired. The SEC has given away 7 trophies.
Shot clock at 5. Williams kicked it right into the hands of Sears. Step through, finish. Wow!
Within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. That's how aggressive and fast.
But a program record points scored last year. On pace to surpass that this season. 3 ball goes for Jordan. 7 starts under his belt. Buried on the bench in this one. Here's Griffin. Why not?
Man, yeah, why not?
Fourth three of the game.
The question on Griffin coming into this year, is he an okay shooter or a really good shooter? Question asked, question answered. He's a really good shooter.
And that shot goes for Jalen Reed. Hits 30. Bama has scored 50.5 over the last 3 seasons, second only to Iowa over the last 3 years among major conference schools. Arizona and Purdue right behind him with 10 times each. Foul on the drive, and had to put right at the free throw line.
The reach, the lift is just a little higher.
A player to have that honor. We've got some big time alums coming.
2 free throws. He's a left-handed kid. He made 2 free throws with his right hand to seal the deal. One of the better college moments for Herb Jones came against LSU.
An elite defender he was and continues to be, and a foul on the floor.
Being a forceful driver, getting fouled, not settling for threes.
Adam Bellman does a lot of their analytic work.
And they're up 21 in this one right now with 4:30 to go, and it could grow.
Pick a player on the
No doubt. And I think Henry Fonda did too.
I think he should have lost to Mississippi State. That's a season low. Held to just
that's the different level.
One person has the first parking spot at the PMAC, the other one does.
Does not.
Strada. Nope. Followed by Pringle. Well, Nick Pringle didn't get the start today.
Defensive numbers in conference play, but Nate Oates doesn't put a non-score on the floor very often.
Jimmy, I know the selection committee doesn't usually go back to where a team was ranked when you played them, but considering nice finish by Mike Williams III, and he's going to the
net, home loss, neutral, all that. The losses for Alabama, a couple of them, they were 4 out of 22 from the three-point line against Creighton in the loss. They were 8 out of 40 from the three-point line against Arizona in a loss. Nate Oates knows he's going to have another shooting night like that at some point in March. Can your defense still hang in there and win?
Baker. All right, so who gets the touch here? Skarnowski is also on the floor for Bama, waiting on the right wing. And a bucket inside for Diabate, freshman from Queens. Go back to the free throw line.
Tennessee knocked him in the nose, and that's where Alabama's going to have to answer for going forward.
Freshman Williams gets into the paint, and he'll go to the free throw line.
I'm very impressed with Alabama's maturity tonight, how they handled the success of that night on a Wednesday night, and then to turn around and play on Saturday. Alabama handled success really well, and Nate had to have a little bit concerned about the possible hangover for Auburn. Did not happen. Told you he's a field goal kicker. He hangs around the three-point line and kicks in threes.
Freshman from the Villages, Florida. Williams off the mark. Baker finds it. And a 15 to play. And Fountain with the finish. Good second half for Derek Fountain.
Tom, LSU is going to drop to 3 and 4. They're going to be a problem, though, for anyone left on their schedule, especially at home. Ole Miss went down there about 10 days ago and found out Ole Miss is a really good team. They're an NCAA tournament team under Chris Beard this year, but he changed how you game plan.
All of last year.
Owen and I will have done Memphis at UAB. Andy Kennedy is going to be mic'd up live talking with us during the game in the first half. Penny Hardaway early in the second half. Must-watch TV.
Must-watch finish, Max Skarnowski.
His first shot and first make of the year in conference play by Skarnowski.
And he is vocal on defense. Went for the block on Williams, who was able to spin it in.
Skarnowski needs more shots. He's now 2 out of 2 on the year. Leads the conference in field goal percentage, just hasn't taken enough shots.
Hey, Alabama, let's get him an NIL deal. 13th consecutive SEC home win for Alabama. They put 109 on the board